Hello and welcome back to Stitches and Books. My name is Becky and this video is going to be a catch-up on my knitting. I have recorded a video where I sort of caught you up on my intentions from last year and talked a little bit about my intentions for this year, but I thought before I put that video out it might be nice to put out a video where I actually sort of show you some yarn and things like that, because that video is a lot of me talking and not very much, if any, of me looking or showing you any like yarn or anything. So I thought let's go for a nice yarny video to begin with, and then I can stick that out. I might put it out at the same time as this video and you can just watch whatever. But yeah, anyway, feeling very rusty, feeling very like I don't know what I need to say. And also as a very concerned that Milo is only going to be happy for so long, so let's just kind of get on with things. Might be a bit choppy, and we'll just see how we go. So the first thing I have to show you, I'm trying to think where I was up to. I think I was knitting a pair of socks for Rory. I think I might have shown those to you. They were like brown, from a yarn from a Homespun house. I finished those and I had wanted to show them to you, but he absolutely loves them, and if they're not like in the pile of knitting to be washed, they are on his feet, and they must have like some sort of really soft fibre in them, like a cashmere or something, because maybe it's just the mohair, but they are like super fluffy. Like they look like they have been worn thoroughly. They're like holding up, they're not like wearing thin or anything, but they do not look as like neat and pristine as they did when I first made them, so they're probably beyond my like threshold for holding them up on the internet, so we won't be seeing those. I think I put some pictures of them on my Instagram, so if you want to see what they look like when they were done, head over there. But yeah, he was thrilled with them, and yeah, he wears them as often as he can, and he's asking for more, and they are like, his feet are growing really fast at the moment, and so they are not going to fit him for much longer, so I need to get on with a second pair for him. I did make him a pair earlier in the year that I put aside for him for Christmas, and they were too big for him when I made them early in the year, and then by Christmas they were too small for him, so I think he got a couple of wears out of those, and then I was like, nope, they don't fit you anymore, so I need to get on with making him some socks. I think I was also talking about starting a pair of vanilla bean socks with some a homespun yarn as well, homespun house yarn as well, and I finished those, and they are probably my favourite socks I've ever made, and I'm so happy with them, and I wear them, well, I've worn them once and I thought I better not wear them too much because I don't want to show them on my video if they are like thoroughly worn, but I'm so excited to be able to put these back on. They are, I don't know what it is about them, but they're so like warm and squishy and just like comfy. I'm really pleased with them, and they hold their shape really nicely as well. I don't know whether it's the yarn and the pattern like combination, but they really do. I really love them. I knit quite a long leg. It might not look like quite a long leg, but I usually probably knit like, well, I knit quite a long cuff, at least 5 rounds, if not 10 rounds more than I normally knit on the cuff, and then I probably knit 10 rounds more on the leg as well. So I'm looking at them now and they don't look long, but this is like super long. I haven't got another sock to show you, or have I? No. Like, they are really long for me. I don't usually knit socks with such a long leg, but I really love them. I love the way they sort of scrunch up around my ankle and keep my ankle really nice and warm. So I'm looking forward to putting these on. The pink yarn is like apple crumble or something from a homespun house, and then the brown yarn is, I have no idea, but it was some leftovers from my shawlography. The yarn it did come like as a little sock set, but the yarn that came with the pink was like a pinky red and I didn't like it so much, so I went for the brown, and that's on the cuffs and toes. Do you like the look of them, Milo? Ooh. And yeah, so I really love these. Like I say, possibly my favourite socks that I've made for myself. I need to go through my socks because I have got some that really need to go. I've got some that like felted, so they're now too small for me, and there's nothing wrong with them apart from that. I think they might fit Aiden, so he might get a little influx of extra warm, slightly felted socks. And then there's a couple that I just don't like grab for them because they're maybe just not the most comfortable to wear. I used to wear my socks, my hand knit socks, like over the top of normal socks, but I don't do that anymore. I just don't find that comfortable. I much prefer to have the, like, so I find it warmer to just have the wool sock like against my skin, like getting nice and toasty with my feet as they warm up throughout the day. And some of them just don't feel good like right against my feet, so I need to clear those out. If anyone has any, like, what do you do with your old socks? Some of them I might be able to like cut the foot off and use the cuffs as like mitts or wrist warmers or something, but Milo is very tired and I have been trying to get him to go to sleep for about 15 minutes, maybe more, maybe 20 minutes before I started recording, in the hope that he could like snooze on the bed behind me. But he did not want to miss out on being on the video. But he's really tired. So that's all I have to show you for finished objects. It's not been much of a finishing up kind of time. I think I finished those socks like not long, maybe I finished them before Milo was born, but I feel like I got through them really fast. But yeah, I don't have anything else to show you that is finished. I have got something to show you that is very nearly finished, and I would like to try and put some time into that very soon, maybe today, but I have something that's got a bit of a deadline, so I possibly need to work on that more importantly. But what order should I show you? I'll show you the nearly finished thing first, because this has been getting a lot of work, and that is a jumper for Rory. So it's got, you can see I'm like on the wrist cuff, is that what it's called, of the first sleeve. I need to do the second sleeve. It's got its like neck band ribbing. It is just maybe 5 more rounds of ribbing on one cuff and then another sleeve, and the sleeves are really quick. The pattern is flax from Tin Can Knits, but I just haven't done the garter ribbing on the sleeve. I have made jumpers with that garter patch before, but for Aiden and Rory, when I'm knitting them jumpers, I don't bother with the garter rib because it takes just longer enough that, like, or like just that little bit of extra thinking for just long enough that I end up messing it up and then getting cross. I think I did Milo's jumper with the garter, possibly, but maybe not. But I have knit them with the garter band patch thing, and I really like it. But sometimes it's just too much for me to think about. So I even did this without the like short row shaping at the back because I just needed something really easy to knit, and this pattern is totally that pattern. If you're looking for a really good starting pattern for knitting jumpers, definitely would recommend the flax. It comes in like 0 to 6 months all the way up to like 5XL or something like that, so it's like a really inclusive pattern. And yeah, it's like you could get this one pattern, I think it might be free, I'm not sure about that, but you get this one pattern and you could knit jumpers for your entire family. And you can probably, once you got more confident knitting sweaters, you could do your own thing, like, you know, colour work on it and things like that. So it's definitely worth checking it out. The yarn is from Gamer Crafting. It's some Stardew Valley themed yarn. So this green is Pelican Town and then the purple is Void Chicken. And I made the contrasting ribbing, because when I figured out how much yarn I needed, I wasn't going to have enough of the main colour to just make it all one colour, but I have like I had 3 skeins of this. I made the body and almost an entire sleeve, and I have this left and a whole other cake. So I would definitely have had enough to do the ribbing in the other colour, and I think I probably would have preferred that, but it's fine. Rory likes it with the contrast, and I might make something for Milo out of this, even if it's just a hat or something like that. I don't know if I'd get I might get actually, out of the leftover void chicken and Pelican Town, I might get a little jumper for him. I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with this one. I've got a couple of stitch markers on this. Rory is a big fan of the Jammy Dodger, so I've got a Jammy Dodger on there. I can't remember where I got this from. If I figure out where I got this from, I will put that in the description. And then I've got 2 more. One is my Calcifer stitch marker from Kayla of Home Tea Knits, and I've got a little dragon which is from Hannah, Corner of Craft, or I think she might just be Chromatic Yarns now. So those, and then I've got some stitch stoppers which I might have got from Helen at Giddy Yarns, and then I'm using my ChowGoo like teeny tiny circulars to do this, which I got for Christmas from Andrew, which was has been a very well used set of needles already. So there we go. So he's tried it on. It's going to be a really good fit. I think I'm doing the size 4 to 6 because he's like a dinky 5-year-old, and that's going to fit him for a good amount of time. I think the sleeves could actually be way too long, but that's fine. It'll fit him for a good amount of time, and then Milo will get it when Rory's grown out of it and Milo's a bit bigger. So that's been what I've been working on most. And then a friend of mine's daughter is going to be 5 very soon, and I decided to make her a little Sophie scarf, so I've started that. The colour, sorry about the colour, the light and stuff, it's just impossible to get good light at the moment. This has got like golds and like rose gold kind of pink colours. It's really, really beautiful yarn. It's like singles. Is it Mirasol? I've obviously not got the card in here. That would be so sensible. I think it's Mirasol. I can't remember. I've had it in my stash for ages and ages, and it's just not very me. I probably just would not have used this for something for myself, but it definitely feels like my friend's daughter is like really into pink. She loves pink, but my friend is not so much of a pinky person, and I thought that like rose gold was like maybe a good compromise. So that's going really well. I started it just using 1 ball on smaller needles, and it just wasn't happy with the like fabric that it was creating. So I've got 2 balls, and I'm just holding it double. And I think that I should easily have enough. I should have some left over easily, and they're expecting a baby, and I might make baby a little beloved bonnet, which is another pattern by Tin Can Knits. So so they can have like not matchy, but like matching colours, which might be quite sweet. So if I've got enough left over, I'm going to make one of those. But yeah, I need to get on with that because her birthday is this weekend. It's Friday now, and her birthday is this weekend. But I won't be seeing them like anytime soon, so I just have to like drive around and drop it off at some point. But yeah, it's not like we're definitely seeing them on her birthday, and therefore it would be really embarrassing if I didn't have the present on time. And then the other two things that I have been working on are a pair of plain socks. The light has got even worse. The sun's gone in. What a sun there was. This is Green Lambkin Yarns Moons. I failed to adequately name this sock set every single time. It's the Monthly Moons club from like 2 years ago now. And one of my goals this year is to try and get through all of the remaining Monthly Moons skeins. And so far, I have one finished pair of socks in the sock set. And then I have two that are halfway done. So, well, another pair that's halfway done. So I really need to get a move on and work on those. There's no reason why I should not be able to finish a pair of socks every month if they're just plain knitting. I just need to actually do it. I'm really tempted, having said that I wasn't going to knit Fish Lips Kiss Heel anymore, I'm really tempted to do Fish Lips Kiss Heel on these particular socks because I can do it super fast, and I can still do it while I'm like in a coffee shop or something like that. So I think for like yarn that I'm trying to move through a bit quicker, I think that's a really good option. And having previously sort of said, oh, I don't think it fits me too well, I think the problem I'm finding with it from having like tried on a couple of different pairs of socks that have that heel, I think the problem is actually that I'm just knitting the foot too short when I do the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. I'm keeping the same count, roughly, of rounds in my foot, including like including gusset decreases. But I think that just the way that the fabric works out on the sock with the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, I think it's making it slightly tighter. So I think I need to do a little bit more foot rounds, and then the ones that happen to be a bit longer, fit better. And that's usually ones that I've knit toe up. So I need to count how many rounds I have ended up with in my toe up socks and match that up with my top down socks. So that's my plan. These ones are heel flap and gusset. So yeah, it's the gusset, picking up the gusset stitches, picking up and then doing the decreases. I have to concentrate just that little bit too much for me to be able to do it while I'm like in the car and things like that. So so that's my plan with that. Get on with that. Then I cast on, in celebration or commiseration of the final season of Stranger Things, I cast on one of my Stranger Things yarns from my collection. This one is from Bumblebee Acres. So this was like a complete impulse, like hadn't really fully thought through how expensive it was going to be to buy yarn from America and get it shipped over. So I bought a couple of sets, this was a few years ago, of Stranger Things inspired yarn. This one is the Hellfire Club and D&D Mini on Coquette, which is a Corriedale nylon blend. And yeah, this was like, I was like, I want to find the perfect sock pattern for this, and these socks need to be perfect because getting them shipped over from the US was not cheap, so I didn't want to waste them. So I am doing the Crunkle socks, and I have gone for like a reasonably long leg again, and yeah, I'm a bit concerned that they're going to be a bit rough. It is definitely a rustic feeling yarn, so I'm a bit concerned about that, but we'll just have to see. I guess I could always wear them over the top of other socks if it was really a problem, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. I've not used a Corriedale blend before, so it's totally new to me, but I think it was Lindsay from Sock Witchery who really likes the Corriedale blend, and so I was like, well, I want to try it. And I really liked that colourway, so I got that in that colourway. That is it for whips. I've got my Advent project that I started, the Contrawise shawl, but I'm going to pull this out because I'm just not, I don't know, now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that I want to keep going on it because it's really pretty. Here it is. I did one skein and it's not even, I've not even finished with that mini skein. I just need to have time to give to it, which I don't. Do you like this one, Miley? What do you think? It's also got some needle stoppers that I also got for Christmas from Andrew. Little bookshelves, very cute. So I haven't decided about that one yet. I might carry on, I might not. Well, it's just, oh no, you sleepy boy. Yeah, haven't decided about that. We shall see. Okay, so that's it for whips. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about things that I got for Christmas. So I've shown you the needle stoppers that I got from Andrew. Oh, actually I didn't get this for Christmas, I just bought this for myself from This Lizzie Sews. It's a really nice DPN minder. I don't knit a lot on DPNs, but when I do, I want them to be minded. So I loved this with the balls of yarn on, so I picked that up, and that is, she doesn't have an Etsy shop, but she just sells through Instagram. So, well, she might sell through Facebook as well, but I don't do Facebook. So, well, it's not focusing. I will try and remember to put information in the description box. Yeah, the way that I've bought from her is that she'll just post on Instagram pictures of everything that she's got for sale, and then you just like DM her and say, I'd like that please, and then just send through PayPal. So I really love that. I've got one of her wire topped project bags, which I absolutely love. The quality is just really great from her, so those. And then a couple of things that I got for Christmas. So Andrew was like, I'm not going to get you yarn for Christmas because you are not getting yarn this year. And I was like, oh, presents don't count. So he bought me yarn. He got me this sock set from Lay Family Yarns. It's called Sugar Cookie, and I absolutely love it, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. So I'm really excited to do that. I just would like to finish a couple of pairs of socks first. But it's really tempting. I'm really tempted. I might knit these with DPNs for a change. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do Magic Loop. I don't know why I even think that I'm going to do it with DPNs. I'm going to do it with Magic Loop. And then he got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins of Tiger's Eye from Lay Family Yarns on their 100% organic non-superwash DK base. It is a beautiful, like, goldeny yellow. It's not coming up right on my little screen. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I have not knit a garment with non-superwash. No. Yeah, I've not knit a garment with non-superwash before. I'm really excited to give this a go. I'm hoping that I have enough to make a love note. I have wanted to make a love note for a while and I just haven't had the right yarn, and I'm not much of like a floofy garment person, so I'm not going to do it with like a held double with mohair. I want it to just be a DK yarn, so I'm hoping I have enough. In terms of yardage, I do have enough, I think, but obviously with the mohair thing and 4-ply. I just need to check that I have understood properly how I would convert this to DK. Have you made, if you've made a love note with DK instead of with 4-ply and fluff held double, can you tell me if I'm thinking it's right that I just need to look at the yardage and only need this to be the right yardage? I don't need to do any maths like calculating. I don't need to double it, do I? I think it's that you get more yards out of 4-ply to your 100 grams, but so I don't know I don't know how I would convert it from 4-ply to DK, but I have more yardage in the 5 skeins of this than it asks for. So I think I would need, I think it said like 800 or 700, 700 or 800 yards for my size of 4-ply, but I've got over 1,000 in the DK, so should work out right. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, so that is everything. That is everything for this video. I'm sure I've forgotten stuff that I wanted to tell you and that I wanted to include, but my brain does not work properly right now, and also I was like, I saw an opportunity to sit down and record, and so I decided to just take it rather than spending 20 minutes obsessively checking that I had everything. Is there anything I can think of very quickly? I had 2 advent calendars this year and I opened them both and I love them both and I have no idea what to do with them. I got the James Makes Yarn, and that's the one I'm most excited to use. The Homespun house that I got was all Christmas film themed, and I'm thinking I'm going to make a blanket with that so that next year when we're sitting down to watch Christmas films we can snuggle up under a Christmas themed blanket. And then I'd like to make a garment with the James Makes yarn. But I think I might want to get like a solid colour to be like a main colour, and then the really colourful yarns, the mini skeins, can be like stripes or something is what I'm thinking. And I think I want to make like a really oversized jumper, but my body shape doesn't always suit oversized things too much. Like if it's not the right kind of oversize, then it just looks like I've bought the wrong size clothes. So I just need to think about that. If you've got any recommendations for preferably knitted, like oversized jumpers that, or cardigans that would look good on like a mid-size body, then let me know. Yeah, that is everything. He is asleep. And hopefully I will be back at the end of March with another wrap up, and hopefully I will have lots of finished items to show you in March. I should definitely have a jumper to show you, and hopefully a couple of pairs of socks. And I will try and remember to get some sort of video of the scarf to like insert either at the end of this video if I finish that before this video goes out, which is very unlikely, or in next month's wrap up. So yep, I think I'm going to be hopefully returning to monthly wrap up videos, as well as some random videos that I get time and inspiration to make throughout the month. And I'll also be doing booky wrap up videos as well. I think probably realistically for a little while it will be 2 videos a month, 1 book and 1 knitting or crafting. Oh, I didn't talk about this. Oh, my cross stitch. I'll just show it to you for now and I'll talk about it next time. This was my Christmas cross stitch. It isn't finished, but I would like it to be finished for next Christmas so that I can display it. It's Die Hard themed, and I had so much fun cross stitching this. I just didn't have enough time where I had free hands to finish it over Christmas time. So I will work a little bit more on that and show it to you next time, I think. Yeah, so I will leave a link down below to any other videos that I put out at the moment, and we'll just see where each month takes us. So thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for sticking around while I have been away getting used to this little snuggly bean, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Bye!